Hello everyone, welcome to our Spring Boot classes. In previous class we learned about few of the modules under Spring Cloud. Today we are going to cover few more modules. Spring Cloud Gateway. What do you mean by Spring Cloud Gateway? It provides a library for building an API gateway on top of Spring Web Flux. This aims to provide a simple yet effective way to route APIs and provide cross-cutting concerns to them, such as security, monitoring, metrics. What are the features? Built on Spring Framework 5, Project Reactor and Spring Boot 2.0. Able to match routes for on any request attribute. Predicates and filters are specific to routes. Strict circuit breaker integration. Spring Cloud Discovery Client integration. Easy to write predicates and filters. Request rate limiting. Patch rewriting. How we can start? Simple. Route locator, custom route locator, where our paths we can mention, how we can route to URI. Then we can build that, as well as we can use the rate limiter, either using Redis rate limiter. Then coming to next module, Spring Cloud GCP. If we want to connect with Google Cloud Platform with Spring Boot, then we can make use of this. Spring Cloud GCP is no longer part of the Spring Cloud release train. The new repository location here they mentioned here. If you are upgrading from version 1 to look the migration get upgrade the version later. Okay. Features. Spring Cloud GCP offers a wide collection of libraries that make it easier to use Google Cloud Platform for Spring applications. Spring Cloud GCP publish subscribe support, Spring integration and Spring Cloud Stream Binder, Spring Data Cloud Spanner, Cloud Data Store, Spring Data Reactive Repository for build Cloud Firestore, Spring Data Cloud SQL, Google Cloud Logging, Tracing and Monitoring, Google Cloud Storage, Spring Resource and Spring Integration, Google Cloud Vision API Template, Spring Security Identity, Extraction from Google Cloud IAP or Firebase headers, Google Cloud BigQuery with Spring Integration, Secret Manager Property Source and API Templates, KMS Key Encryption Description API Template. How we can use bill of materials in pom.xml, we can use Spring Cloud GCP version and dependencies. Then we can start the Spring Cloud GCP offers through Maven easily depend on different modules of the library. Code samples. These are the code samples mentioned in this website. The best way to learn how to use Spring Cloud GCP to consult the sample application GitHub. These are the sample applications. GCP support. The GCP support module contains auto configuration support for every Spring Cloud GCP integration. Most of the auto configuration code is only enabled if the required dependency is added to your project. GCP messaging, GCP storage. This is about the Spring Cloud with GCP. What is Spring Cloud Kubernetes? Spring Cloud Kubernetes provides implementation of well-known Spring Cloud interfaces, allowing developers to build and run Spring Cloud applications on Kubernetes. While this project may be useful for you when building a cloud native application, it also not a requirement in order to deploy a Spring Boot app on Kubernetes. If we are just getting started our journey to running your Spring Boot app on Kubernetes, you can accomplish a lot with nothing more than a basic Spring Boot app and Kubernetes itself. What are the features? Kubernetes awareness, discovery client implementation, property source objects configured via config maps, client-side load balancing via Netflix ribbon. How we can start it? We can use the bill of materials Spring Cloud Starter Kubernetes all. Then we can use the Kubernetes profiles. We can create a Kubernetes application. This is how we can implement, create and make use of Kubernetes. Spring Cloud Netflix. It provides Netflix integrations for Spring Boot apps through auto configuration and binding to the Spring environment and other Spring programming model idioms. With a few simple annotations, we can quickly enable and configure the common patterns inside our application and build large distributed systems with battle tested Netflix components. The patterns provided include service discovery, that is called Eureka. Features, Spring Cloud Netflix features, service discovery. Eureka instances can be registered and clients can discover the instances using Spring managed beans. Service discovery, an embedded Eureka server can be created with declarative Java configuration. How we can start? We can use the Maven with the Spring Cloud Starter Netflix Eureka client. This Eureka server will run on this port. Then we can have our Spring Boot application. Then we can to run our own server using the dependency and enable Eureka server. We have to use it. Okay. Then service broker. Spring Cloud Open Service Broker is a framework for building Spring Boot applications that implement the Open Service Broker API. The Open Service Broker API project allows developers to deliver services to applications running within cloud native platforms such as Cloud Foundry, Kubernetes, and OpenShift. Spring Cloud Open Service Broker provides a framework based on Spring Boot that enables you to quickly create a service broker for your own managed services on platform that supports the Open Service Broker API. Spring Boot config. The recommended way to get started using Spring Cloud Open Service Broker in your project is with a dependency management system. So Open Service Broker, if you want to use Gradle, then we can make use of this Gradle as well. So coming to the next module, Spring Cloud Open VGN. What it provides? It provides integrations for Spring Boot apps through auto configuration and binding to the Spring environment and other Spring programming model idioms. Declarative REST client. This is how we can do it. Contributing, community support, commercial support. These are the different modules are there in the Spring Boot. Tomorrow we'll learn few more modules. Then we'll move to Spring Security and other modules which is there in the Spring Boot application. How we can make use of other modules in our using Spring Boot. Thank you. Have a nice day.